Hi guys, this is I'm Stuck, and today we are looking at the Battle of the Somme and whether it was a success or a absolute failure. So, in recent history, it's been described mostly as a failure, as which many British soldiers were killed. However, there have also been historians who have decided that it was actually a success. And one of the views possessed by these historians was that it was one major step towards the defeat of Germany. So Germany withdrew 14 miles to new defensive positions in spring 1917. Some of their best soldiers were killed, and this would haunt them in 1918 near the end of the war, where they were running out of resources and their army were severely limited. And they were also unable to capture Verdun, which was one of their main objectives, and this was what they were going to do after Battle of the Somme. However, they were unable to because of the Battle of the Somme. However, others possess a view that it was an absolute disaster. There were 57,000 British casualties in the first day. 19,000 of these casualties died. Together, the Allies, which is France as well, lost 623,000 people. And the artillery didn't do its job, so the British were simply walking targets for the Germans. It was quite easy. What happened was General Haig, who I'll talk about later, who was the organizer of this attack, said that the British should walk. However, as they walked, they were simply shot down. It was that easy for them. Other people would say that it was a great victory at a terrible cost. So Haig had warned politicians that in order to win the battle, there would have to be major casualties. And Germany did lose 465,000 people, which was more than the British, who lost 350,000, both absolutely massive numbers. It might have also been a crucial battle that saved the French army, because as I mentioned before, Verdun was never actually captured by Germans, and this was their main objective. And if Verdun was captured, then the war could have been over in Germany's favour. Other people have said that General Haig, who now this is the person who organised it, and he was named a butcher because of the amount of people who died. But people have said that it was completely awful leadership. He was criticised for simply throwing men at the mass defences. His tactics were out of date, and he didn't listen to his other commanders who were more experienced in trench warfare. So the French managed to lose much less men, which shows that maybe they weren't under the influence of Haig, and he may have just not cared about his soldiers and just wanted to try and get a win. It wasn't necessarily the best way to go about it, chucking all his soldiers at the mass defences. Other people have said that it is a tribute to the heroism of ordinary soldiers. So the soldiers in the Battle of Somme were praised for being heroes, even though the generals were rubbish. That's what people have said. And the soldiers went along with the plan and executed it as well as they could have. So they, even though it was an awful plan in the first place, they couldn't have done any better. That's what some people says. So you've got to make up your own decision about whether you think that the Battle of Somme was a disaster or whether it was actually one of the main turning points in Britain winning the war. Lots of people, it's been a debate for years and years now, and although Britain lost a lot of men and France lost a lot of men as well, and on the first day 19,000 people died, I think that it could have helped Britain in the long run, especially as Verdun was never able to be captured. But this is up to you. You make your decisions, and I'm going to go now. So see you. Please check out my website, the link's below, and please subscribe. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye.